Hey there, it's Dr. Tom with EBM Fitness Solutions, and I want to talk to you about one of the most important parts of the fitness journey, especially when you're dealing with pain, and that is consistency. As boring as that sounds, it is such an important part of this process because as you go through and work from where you have your starting position where your pain is and you work towards having no pain, your pain is going to shift and it's going to move as you go through this process. It doesn't matter whether you're working with knee pain or back pain or shoulder and neck pain. You're going to be asking the body to do things in a different way. You're going to be asking different muscles to work. A lot of times with chronic pain, the muscles that are supposed to be working don't work like they're supposed to. So we might have to wake up your glutes because they've been on vacation for a while, right? So they don't really kind of work like they're supposed to. Or the upper back muscles don't help a lot, so the shoulder and neck are getting strained a little bit more. The point is, you're going to be moving a lot of joints and a lot of muscles that attach to those joints. So your pain can kind of shift and morph around as you go through the process, which means it's not a linear kind of a process, right? That's not how these things go. What's going to happen is you're going to feel good, and then you're going to feel kind of lousy. And you're going to feel good, and then you're going to feel kind of lousy. All the while you are moving forward, but your symptoms are going to be all over the place. So what we don't want to do is overreact to either situation. Because here's what happens. You kind of go along, and maybe you're a few weeks in, you have a really good day. Symptoms are the lowest they've been in a while. You're feeling like a boss, and you go do too much of whatever, exercise, daily activities, you do too much. And now what you do is you flare your symptoms up, and now you're going to spend the next few days kind of putting out that fire and getting things back under control. Or you have a lousy day. For whatever reason, you wake up and you go, oh, not today. It's going to happen, just understand that. On that day, you don't kind of skip the exercise and bail out because you're having a lousy day, right? What you do is you stay the course. You're consistent each day. You can make slight modifications either way. Maybe do a little bit more because you're feeling good or a little bit less because you're feeling lousy, but we don't deviate too far in either direction because that causes more problems than they fix. So when you have a good day, stay the course. When you have a bad day or a lousy day, stay the course. We don't overreact in either direction. The consistency piece is so very important because of that. Symptoms are going to move, symptoms are going to change, and if you overreact to it, what ends up happening is you stop moving forward. You start just kind of like going around and around and around and never get anywhere. And that's not the point here. The point is that we always want to be moving forward. We monitor and we pay attention to the symptoms as they change, but we don't overreact. Be consistent, follow the plan, and make small modifications when we need to, but don't bail out on the overall plan. Something else to keep in mind, and something that I referenced in one of the previous videos, is the idea that sometimes as your symptoms change, and maybe you're a little bit more sore, or notice something a little bit more than normal, is that it's more of a volume issue, right? So you did too much. Now, too much may not just be your exercise. It could be just a cumulative type of an impact from the day, right? You got a good workout in, maybe you went to work and did some stuff, then maybe you were busy in the afternoon, maybe you did some yard work in the afternoon, something like that. So you can't look at your exercise in isolation from the rest of your day. Make sure you kind of step back and look at your whole day and say, what was different? Did you add more sets and reps to your exercise? Did you do more weight with the exercise? Or was that pretty much the same, but it was other things that you did? One of the things when you're working through the rehab process or getting out of pain, you have to reduce or eliminate irritating factors. And those often come from your daily activities, work stuff, and things that are not so much the exercise. Exercise, of course, has to be factored in, but a lot of times it's the other things you do. How you sit at work, how you sit when you commute back and forth, things you do around the house, all those things you do kind of automatically. When you're on autopilot and not really thinking about it, those are the things that we really have to spend time addressing. So with the consistency piece, those things have to be factored in and looked at as well, because if we don't address those things, the exercise can't compete with the volume from your daily activities, and if we don't address and at least reduce those factors, the exercise becomes less effective. It really can't help you as much as it could, but if we can get those to come down and have the exercise working together, now you have a great combination for getting you where you want to go to that pain-free point and get back to doing those things that pain prevented you from doing before. One of the best ways to help with the consistency piece is being held accountable. And that's one of the things you'll get with the Maiden Voyage program. Again, it's meant to help get you out of pain and start your pain-free journey. And one of the great ways with any exercise program, to kind of stick to it and make sure you get the most out of it, is accountability. Having somebody that can check in on you, make sure that you're doing the right things, but also offer modifications when that time comes. So if it sounds like something you might benefit from, drop me a comment, drop me an emoji, give me a bicep pose, give me a thumbs up, throw me some metal horns, give me something, let me know you're interested, and then I will get you the information you need right away.